Well, here we are again. We are back. 401ks, 201ks, completely gone. Where are we? Why are we? When is this going to be fixed? Hopefully it will be. Lord have mercy. Let's watch.
Anybody else notice how quickly MAGA went from they're going to give us $8,000 checks, we're going to be so rich, to it's totally patriotic to lose your whole retirement in your 401k plan?
Yo, when I tell y'all my 401k took a hit, bitch, somebody hit that motherfucker and knocked the head off of me. Bitch. What happened?
I'm not laughing at her. I'm just laughing at how she said it because this is as real as it's going to get. If it took a hit like that, shit, you better get ready for some fights, honey, because this is just the beginning. If it took a hit like that now, keep living.
Like, okay, like I don't really check my 401k like that. Maybe like, out of sight, out of mind. You feel me? But today I was like, let's see what's good or whatever. So I logged in, but I was like, no, this ain't mine. I logged that and I logged back in. And I was like, bitch, what? Like, I lost a lot of money. What's going on here? What's happening? Bitch, I'm gonna be working for the rest of my life. The fuck? Like,
what kind of human being? The United States has a chance to do something that should have been done decades ago. Don't be weak. Don't be stupid. Don't be a panikin. A new party based on weak and stupid people.
Well, I'll be a panicking then, because that's my reality. That's a lot. That's the majority of us reality. A panicking. Can we create this new party? Because it don't show us hell. Don't feel like no party.
It shows any kind of better. Be strong, be courageous, and patient, and greatness will be the result. You know who the greatness is for, right? You do understand it's for the billionaires. As the stock market crashes and economic turmoil is happening all over the world because of these tariffs, if you're worried about your retirement or your children's future, you are weak and stupid. I know a lot of people who follow me already understand this, but there are clearly people out there who don't. This man is a billionaire. He said he went on groceries and said it was an archaic word because he's never bought groceries. He's never had to use the word. He has no idea what it takes to survive in a working class environment or with a working class paycheck. There are people out here who cannot afford homes that are working 2 jobs. Greatness does not come later. Not for the working class. Not for anyone who's not a billionaire. And you know why?
That I do better in bad markets. I buy things in bad markets. And you can't do that in a great economy. You can't buy it. Either you're going to buy it very expensively or not be able to buy it at all. So there's a lot of opportunity I find in the bad.
I don't know why all these liberals are just celebrating what's happening. It's like they are so joyful that everybody's losing all their money, and they just keep saying, "We told you so. We told you so." Yeah. We told you so. Nobody's happy about losing their money. We knew that was what's going to happen. Are you losing your 401k to own the libs? Good job.
So I just see on everywhere but Fox News, they're saying Trump is messing up the economy. That's a blatant lie, and you know it. You idiots are just playing checkers while he's playing double D chess. He knows some stuff about things. I don't even care about my 401k. Hell, I could barely finish a 5k. What do I need all them K's for, huh? I don't care. If we go into a Great Depression, what do you think Zoloft is for? Just sprinkle it in the water like they do the fluoride. Sacrifices have to be.
And Zoloft is going to be $50,000 because he's going to tariff that. He's going to put some taxes on top of that. So you talk about Zoloft and them happy pills, honey, what used to be $35, going to now be $3,500. Just saying.
I don't care. I don't care if I can't afford housing. Please make the green M&Ms sexy again, please. I don't care if I can't afford health care. Just bring back Uncle Ben and Aunt Jemima.
Wait a minute.
I'm just lonely at breakfast, okay? I don't care. If they cut Medicare and my mother-in-law has to move back in with us, that's fine. I can do that. I don't care. Please just give me a truck that looks like Laura Croft's titties. I don't care. Please just own the libs. Because in this economy, that's all I can afford to own. Please.
So it's starting to look like some of these people that voted for Velveeta Voldemort that are close to retirement are kind of regretting their vote because they've lost quite a bit of money in their retirement funds. And I've said this many times before, but it only really seems like these people care when their money gets hit. Because that might be one of the only few things that they actually care about besides not caring about people. And Courier actually did an image montage of people's tweets on X that showed their disdain for the current administration. Let's watch, shall we? It's like some of these people completely ignored like the racism, the misogyny, the sexism, and all of the incompetence of the current administration. But once their money got hit, that's when they started freaking out. And the only part of me that actually has sympathy and empathy is for the people who actually did not vote for him, who actually lost a lot of money in the markets. The ones that actually did vote for him, the warning signs were there. But comment and let me know what you think in the comments. And my name is Philip, and if you like what I post, please consider giving me a follow. Thank you.
Hi, Philip.
Yeah, I'm voting for Trump. Trump has put his tariffs all over the place. I've been trying to understand them. I don't. And everything's in the because of it. Mm-hmm. Donald Trump just cost me $20 million or whatever he did. Maybe don't be on the golf course.
Everyone in this room, everyone loves you. And I just want to say you're a true hero for this country. I don't know how many of you guys are invested in crypto or stocks. What the is going on with our country? Guys, why am I poor?
Because Donald Trump is the nominee against Joe Biden. I won't just vote for him. I will walk over broken glass to vote for him. His giant tariff policy that he just dropped on the market unilaterally, probably unconstitutionally.
Welcome back to yet another episode of FAFO for Trump voters. Now, this is Dave Portnoy. He is a super MAGA conservative propagandist that happens to own Barstool Sports. And he's a little bit down after getting exactly what he voted for. Let's watch.
Trump has put his tariffs all over the place. Get some wacky formula, do tariffs. And everything's in the shitter because of it. I'm down $7 million. I went super viral when I said I lost $7 million. I'd kill to be back to losing $7 million. I haven't even looked. If I had to guess, I'm down in these last 3 days, probably close to 20.
Ooh.
I don't know, like 10, 15% of my net worth, poof. But I'm still here. That's the game. That's what I'm in. Like, do I like it? No. Am I crying? Am I like, oh, woe is me. I wish I voted for Kamala. No.
Wow.
Do I wish this didn't go down like this? Yes. Am I in this to make money? Yes. Do I wish I had that money back in my investment portfolio? Yes.
I mean, dude, yeah, you sound very woe is me. Because you're the one that brought it up. Oh, wait, wasn't this you recently?
Every once in a while, I get so fed up with politics, I got to do a rant and just let steam off. I try not to, but I've hit the boiling point. And it's the gaslighting that the left is doing with Kamala Harris, making it sound like she's some great, groundbreaking candidate. She is the worst candidate to ever run for president ever. There's two people voting in this election. Either you're voting for Donald Trump, you like Donald Trump, or you hate Donald Trump and you're voting against him. Democrats gave us no choice. That was the worst campaign in their pure arrogance.
Now, I do agree that was not a good campaign. 3 months, she needed 3 years. Just saying.
And moral superiority have driven people away. If you say you're voting for Trump, suddenly you're a Nazi, you're Hitler, you're garbage. Enough. Like, yeah, I'm sure there's racists in the party, just like there's crazy people and assholes and racists in the Democratic Party, all right?
And dude, you might want to look in the mirror on that one, sweetie, because this is something that someone in your personal circle said. In 2015, Portnoy said he was planning to vote for Trump, writing in a blog post, quote, "I don't care if he's a joke. I don't care if he's a racist. I don't care if he's sexist. I don't care about any of it. I hope that he stays in the race, and I hope that he wins." Why? Because I like the fact that he's making these politicians squirm. Don't look in a mirror, dude, because you might not like what you see. But I do. And many users rightfully clocked him in these videos in the comments section. I mean, they ate and left no crumbs. You get what you voted for. Wrong, brother. You were liberated from $7 million. You're the one that backed him. You said he's a businessman. He'll be great. Kamala literally told you all of this would happen. Republicans destroy the economy every time they're in office, and the Democrats inherit a mess and then have to clean it up. And the cycle goes over and over again. Dude bankrupted a casino. Did you know that? He is definitely crying.
Not just a casino. I found out that he bankrupted five casino and at least over 10 businesses. At least. And he's convicted for some crime.
Ego is super thin. If losing $20 million doesn't make you regret not voting for Kamala Harris, then he needs to lose more. Make him lose 50. And this is my favorite. Racism runs so deep that he would rather vote for an incompetent liar than vote for a black female attorney. Unbelievable. Oh, but y'all, it gets better.
I don't get the left gloating. Be like, it's so great to see Dave lose money. He deserves it. He's so stupid. You voted for this. You're so stupid. Hey, you think if I'm losing money or if the stock market's tanking, you think that only affects rich people? We're probably affected the least. Like, yeah, I'm losing 20 million. I'm still got plenty of money. But it all shakes down.
Yeah, dude, we're all wrapped up in it. But it was people like you that got us into this situation. Bless his heart, dude is so wrapped up in his own narcissistic realm that he can't see the forest for the trees. So when you take to social media to complain about you losing 10 to 15% of your wealth, which is like $20 million, good grief, we're going to call it out. We're going to highlight the hypocrisy and the audacity that comes with this FAFO season. But dude might have finally turned a page.
The midterm elections are like a year and a half away, I think. There's going to be a blue wave. Like, if the stock market is like what it is right now, and it's becoming close to the midterm elections, we will have, like, 100% Democrats. 100%. Because that's how people vote. And I would, too. In a year and a half. I'm not in the panicking party yet. But if this tariff thing just is a total disaster, and we're a year and a half away from this thing, and stock market hasn't rebounded, and this trade war is a debacle, and inflation, everything's going to be in the shitter because of it, because of the tariffs. If that's the case in a year and a half, it's all Democrat.
Now, there are three parts of his behavior that I want to point out, and relates to this comment that I saw on here. This is the mindset that causes many fathers to financially ruin their families. They would rather keep their pride than admit that they made a bad financial decision.
Am I crying? Am I like, oh, woe is me, I wish I voted for Kamala? No. Do I wish this didn't go down like this? Yes.
It's mind-boggling to me that this guy would rather lose 10 to 15% of his wealth, which is like $20 million, by the way, and double down on his stubbornness and pride rather than accept that he might have been misguided and actually change your mind or reconsider your vote. It's like he would rather lose money than lose his pride and stubbornness, which is a very cowardly thing to do and actually very unmasculine. It takes a lot of guts to admit when you're wrong. And
Very, very smart way to put that, young man. I'm not going to guess that you're part of the community, but I wouldn't doubt that you, I'm not doubting that you are not, or are, whatever it is. But he said unmasculine. Very, very smart. Very
Would
smart.
have had way more respect for him if he were just come out and say that. Now, to give him credit, he is slightly kind of on that journey, so I will give him some credit for that. Number 2, when you are the one that is actively endorsing, aiding, and abetting someone like Donald Trump, it is really, really hypocritical when you decide to clutch your pearls and be like, I am being negatively affected by him and his actions, when you were the one that instigated and brought it all about. You platforming him, you endorsing him, which gets to 3. When people call you out on that hypocrisy, you can't be like, oh, the left is gloating at me. We are attempting to make you think critically about your hypocritical actions. You can't double down on your cognitive dissonance when all of a sudden you start to face this information. You got to at least look it right in the eye and confront it. So in conclusion, am I sad he's lost a whole bunch of money? No. Do I empathize for him that he is struggling with this kind of stuff? Sure, I'm a human. But also, in order to move forward and progress, you have to take accountability and atone for your actions and how you contributed to this current situation. I'm not going to give you my left kidney when you are the one that partially led us into this predicament.
And there you have it. I really do hope that things get better for us because it is rough out there now. I mean, we're just finding out about these tariffs, but this summer, let's see how many people are going to be taking these trips out of the country. Let's see how these luxury hauls are going to be happening on YouTube. Let's see how a lot of these people, their lifestyles will be forced to change because of what's happening. However, I am a type of person that looks at a glass half full instead of half empty. So I'm hoping and praying and hoping that things will get better for us before it gets too worse. But if it does get worse, prepare. Find something to do to preserve your money, budget, and keep your head above water as much as possible because this will definitely be a bumpy ride. Bye.